Well, my name is Tammy, and I have two kids. I have a daughter that's 20 and a son that's 22. And I had a pretty hard time, I guess, for about 5 years. I went through a drug addiction, and then, of course, I went through a divorce, and I just felt alienated and, really basically like I didn't belong anywhere. When about 5 years of my addiction was pretty hard, and I was using quite a bit, and my son moved away, and he didn't want to have anything to do with me. And I went through the Serenity House, and, my sister and Robin and Trace, they kept trying to get me to go to church with them and everything, and it was real hard for me because where I'd been, I just didn't feel like I was worthy. How could God love me from what I've done, Trace and Robin are very godly people to me, and they've gone through a lot, and God has always been there for them, and so that has helped me to understand. Well, probably the first or second time they invited me, I didn't go. I would say, okay, well, I'll go, and then I don't go. And then the first time that I did decide to go, I had a lot of people that talked to me, and I knew going into church it would be, easy going in, and I would feel comfortable with Robin and Trace. It was just hard for me to believe that other people would accept me. And then, Phil, the preacher, has come up to me and talked to me several times and noticed me being there. And, in Van is another man that comes up to me and, really makes me feel welcome. Tammy Marceline had come up to me and gave me a hug and, was talking to me, and we sat down and talked for a few minutes, and she was very welcoming, and telling me about the Bible classes and kind of making me feel comfortable, telling me about things that she's gone through in her life. And it just really made me feel welcome. And instead of me thinking that God, judges you for what you've done, God accepts me. And that's the way I feel, with going there to Southern Hills, that I feel, that God has accepted me. I feel like now I'm having a closer relationship with God. I mean, I feel closer, I pray, and, things in my life today are just so much better than, the dark places that I'd been. And, sometimes I feel funny about saying, it's all because of God, but I do know that it is because of God, because of the places that I've been and what God's brought me through. Even through the dark times, I knew God was there. There's a verse in Jeremiah 29:12. I don't know exactly, what it is, but that's one of my favorite verses that says, if you seek God with all your heart, you'll find Him. And I've done that, and I have a much better life today. I know that, and I'm happy today.